Hello, everyone, and welcome to Off the Record with
Judah
and Kirk. Today, we're talking about Star Trek Enterprise Season 1. This one was very controversial, both at the time and even now. But, yeah. Judah?
Just putting it out there lightly, last Star Trek video, you guys were like, we're glazing Star Trek. Well, you're about to discover, at least I'm not, because this was terrible, in my opinion.
We aren't just complete Star Trek simps.
We are, well, yeah. Kirk maybe.
Which also, by the way, we weren't exactly super positive about episodes 1, 2, and 3 of that series. Like, we had one positive experience with episode 4, and suddenly we just are total simps. No, okay? Use your brains. Yeah. Use your brains. We love you.
I know that you're all orangutans on keyboards, but...
that's a Superman.
Yeah.
Literally.
We know you're hate bots, but...
James Gunn.
At least watch what we talk about.
But...
Jeez, get your facts straight.
You'll probably like this video of ours. What?
At least be Ben Shapiro. At least have the facts straight.
You don't have to be Ben Shapiro, actually. But this one we definitely did not like as much. So for those of you who don't like Star Trek and more modern-y Star Trek, this one's kind of like in between of whether it's OG versus modern. Every year that goes by, it's more OG than it is modern, but regardless.
Because it gets older.
Right. Yeah. Oh, no way.
Ooh,
no way.
Crazy.
But it's especially with every new Star Trek specifically series that comes out that it becomes more of the
OG category. Yeah.
So, that kind of tells you, though, what our overarching opinions for the season-long story arc is. That it's like...
It's terrible.
Meh.
It's garbage.
They could do better. And they do. In season 3, I in my opinion... In season 3, I think they do a lot better. I'm excited to get there, but right now, it's not great. The main story arc has to do with the Temporal Cold War. Yeah, and
it's not interesting. It is interesting.
Yes, and very much the Suliban with that.
And Archer.
The Suliban being kind of like the more immediate big bads. They're, it's like in the Cold War. They're like the Cuba of the Cold War. Right? Like, we had a period there where we're like, oh, Cuba, oh, that's the Suliban, right? And so they're the big bads of this season. They don't continue the big bads, even though the whole show revolves around the Temporal Cold War. Also, a lot of this is this is the kind of first Starfleet foray into space, at least with Warp 5. They have, Warp 2 freighters, essentially, but not much, exploration going on.
Not going
right?
very far, yeah.
Yeah, not very far, not very fast, and not really for exploratory purposes, but for trade purposes. So this show in general, but especially season 1, hinges very heavily on that aspect as well.
Yeah.
There are ups and downs with that, too. There are some weird ones, some really, really weird ones, and then there are some good ones. The desert episode 24, I think is
really far in, though.
You have to wade for a little while to get to that.
Bunch of poop and garbage.
Yeah. So, anyway, getting down a little bit more into details, Judah, what's the worst thing for you about this? And then we'll do the best thing as well.
All of the worst. Okay, so overall or in specific? Because I feel like, first of all, overall, the writing is actually really weak. There's some really great concepts. If I was in a pitch room with you and I was like, this focuses primarily, over our 26 episodes on Temporal Cold War. That's the big plot of the season. Dude, that sounds dope. Right. Or, even if you pitch me some episodes, they sound great. But then you actually get to the detail of writing, and, I know it's an old show, so it can be forgiven a little bit.
It's an early 2000s show, too.
Which was an era. Yeah.
It was definitely an era.
Such excellent television. But it's just terrible. And you can literally, a game that we have been playing in the few episodes we've watched together is finish the dialogue. It's it's literally we could have written this.
It's predictable.
It's predictable. Yeah. It's got really weird sexual intonations.
Well, again, early 2000s, sex sells was the thing that mattered in Hollywood.
And it's just so uncomfortable. It's not even Mass Effect kind of, oh, there's sexy aliens. It's not that. It's weird, this dude unconsensual, this dude gets pregnant. There's weird minds almost essay. It's just really uncomfortable. Like there's some interesting spaces you can explore in sci-fi with uncomfortable topics like that.
It's also an uncomfortable retcon for the Vulcans, in particular with Episode 17 Fusion.
Yeah.
Is the mind meld is what's used for that kind of essay thing.
Yeah.
Mind melds had been around for quite a while, and they had been used as just like plot device, essentially. Oh, we need to get something done. Okay, we're going to use a mind meld, right? Mm-hmm. We need to get some information. Okay, we're going to use mind meld. Somebody kind of forgot something. Okay, we're going to do a mind meld. Saw that in Stranger Worlds a little bit.
Yeah.
But then in this, it's like a serious retcon of that, in a weird way that is technically still. It's not really that they changed canon. It's just that the history of it was more fully developed in a really weird way that wasn't necessary or helpful or anything like that. And it's like that I feel like was a lot of the show.
Yeah,
just applied to different things. Was take a good concept, like you say, and add maybe a little too much.
Like each of the characters themselves, if you break it down, is a good concept. Archer, I love the concept of him. In actuality, like he has some cool moments, but he's pretty boring. At least throughout this season. Mm-hmm. And, like, I don't like T'Pol. Or, her name's... Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
Cannot get behind... the Doctor's great. I love the Doctor.
Is great.
Dr. Phlox, fantastic. Trip is great. Yeah. Malcolm's great.
We got a great Trip and Malcolm episode in there.
Yeah, we did.
I thought it was a little weird how it had to be set up. But once you get past that and it's just like, okay, they're stranded in the shuttle.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool character development going on there.
There is.
I like it.
But, again, that's also not...
Few and far between.
Yeah.
Yes.
This... I feel like it's trying to be Star Trek, but also not. And it's also trying to be 2000s, but also not. Like...
And we'll get into it a little later, especially, again, with Season 3.
Yeah.
But this is a post 9/11 in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Of
TV, yeah.
Yeah, the more depressing side of that comes a little bit more in, I believe Season 3 would have released in like 2005, 2006. Mm-hmm.
But
Season 1,
point.
This is kind of like we're going to be super happy and out there and in space and like we're, like a kind of a complete 180 from the depression of what 9/11 was to the hope, but like a little bit too much, too optimistic, too unrealistic.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, everything's going to go great and this dude is going to get pregnant and,
that episode, because like when he's there and when he's bonding with that alien girl.
That was straight up essay, by the way, on her part. And it's not mentioned because it happened to a guy. It's not mentioned.
The way it's filmed, it's like, oh yeah, no, this is like this cool, and he's like, it's like, oh, this is what he wants to do because like it's exploring space, learning all this stuff about these alien cultures,
learning about cultures and
and he gets a consequence for that, which is getting essayed.
But it's never mentioned that's what it was.
Mentioned,
but it was.
And there's like a child out there now that is his. Like, if you think about it.
Well, I think they say 100% of the genetic material comes from the mother. Which,
but
that's not how reproduction works.
Yeah, even in things where the women lay the eggs and the men just like, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
There's lots of things like that where it's just like, this whole season, started off first episode. If I'm being very genuine, first episode, which is the first 2 episodes, I guess, that were released, I liked that.
Mm-hmm. Interesting storyline and kind of moral conundrum with the Klingons and Krog.
Yeah,
I believe his name was, where it's like dealing with honor.
Yeah,
and the Klingon culture, which the Vulcans wanted to try to respect, is hey, it's honorable if he dies in battle.
Yeah,
or at least from the effects of battle, essentially. So take him off life support, let him die. We'll bring his body back.
Yes.
But Archer's like, hold on. No, he's a living person, right? We shouldn't just like let him die or kill him or whatever else just because that's honorable. So how about we do this? We save him so that he doesn't die. Then we bring him back alive, right?
Yeah.
We don't want him to just die in transit because that would be dishonorable. But we can actually save him and bring him back. And that comes up again where the Klingons are essentially indebted to Archer. Yeah. And so they're kind of able to use that a little bit. And it's actually very similar to some things that happened in TNG with Picard as well, where like the Klingons are indebted to the captain of the Enterprise. So interesting callbacks with that. There are a lot of references actually I will mention that are cool. But
the first episode, I will say, did a fantastic job of buying me into the show's concept.
Yeah.
But then, as first two again as released order if you watch on Paramount. First episode, right?
Yeah,
it's
they're
like
combined.
It's a long episode. Watching it's like movie length. It's like I'm bought into this story, and then all of the subsequent episodes until probably the last one happened. And
the last episode was interesting.
It's okay.
I felt like it dragged on a little bit for a part one, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
Let me see. We had Broken Bow was episode 1, and then it moved into episode 3, which was Fight or Flight, which is, I believe, I have a tab here that is in the way. The crew comes across an abandoned ship of dead aliens. That was interesting.
That was
but it was on the darker side, and it was less.
It was like an immediate tonal shift. And also, like slight quality fall off because we know pilots like a lot of effort and time is put into them, and so that's going to be naturally happening. But it's a little bit jarring, especially when you have the tone change and stuff like that. And
and I think it rushed a little too much into. Let's have the Hoshi episode.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the random girl who's the communications officer, the Uhura type character. And it's like, she's a great character. And Linda Park does well with the material. But it's like, we need a Scott Bakula, Jonathan Archer episode, right? Yeah. We need Trip and Malcolm. We need T'Pol even. Yeah, because that's, the first Vulcan on the ship. And But Hoshi, it's like...
What are we doing?
I'm not sure about this. Yeah. So, episode 4, though, I do see is called Strange New World, which is...
Yeah.
That's interesting.
We've done that show, guys. we do that. Right
okay,
now.
I do want to hear, though, not all negatives, okay? Because I know we have a bunch of viewers who are like, Star Trek can never go wrong. I know we also have a bunch of viewers who are like, Star Trek can only go wrong. We don't agree with either of you. It can be both.
Yeah, it can be
both.
But
if you are one of those people who is Star Trek is good, Judah, what's something positive about this series?
About this series, there's... Maybe 3.
3 things.
3.
Okay, I can think of a few more, but
yeah, I'm not very positive. There's maybe 3. The first being I really like Trip.
Yes,
he is like, say what you want. He's a little very early 2000s stereotype kind of, but he also is very endearing and charismatic. And the actor that plays him, I don't know who that is. His line delivery is great. He is just like overall fantastic character.
Yeah. Right? And we get so much more of him later, and his storyline develops in
interesting
ways.
Interesting, like he's a focal for some episodes where things like the thing we talked about earlier, where he's essayed, he's like played it as a joke. It's kind of uncomfortable in that episode, but there are other episodes where he's played as a joke, and you're like, oh, that's kind of funny. There's episodes where he's taken seriously, the Rock People one, where they're on the planet where they don't have any life for the first time. Yeah. And the humans start hallucinating rock people, and he's the last human
6,
remaining.
Terra Nova, which is a great show. It was canceled too early. I love that show.
Terra Nova?
Please bring it back. It's never going to be brought back.
Is it Star Trek?
No.
Oh, it's a different thing. Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. The one where they go to, is that episode 7 is where they go to the Vulcan temple?
The Andorian incident, yes.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
That one was good, and I think that was a really cool, both T'Pol, Trip, and Captain Archer episode where it's like they're really working well together. Yeah. They're working as a team together. There's a lot of, you start to learn a little bit more of this unspoken friendship already between Archer and Trip, where we learn, slight spoilers, we learn like there's a lot of history between the two of them. They were friends for a long time. They were in what I guess would be like Starfleet Academy, I suppose, together. But like the 2130s or whatever it would have been.
Yeah, the pre Starfleet Academy.
Right. Like they're already really close friends, and they have been for a long time. And we kind of see them like able to like bounce things off of each other, and like nonverbal communication between them of like, there's the Andorian, he's hiding behind that again, like small wood wall thing. I forget what it's called. And Trip and Archer just kind of look at each other, and they're able to like say, it's here. And then even a little bit of like T'Pol being able to pick up on it and kind of get out of their way so that they can do what they're going to do.
Yeah, no, it
was good.
Solid episode.
It was good.
Okay, and again, all of the things I've liked in episodes I thought were better than average in this series are focusing on things I like Dark Flux. Love Dark Flux.
Yeah.
Love Trip. I enjoy when I'm thrown concepts that I don't expect, right? Like, I did not expect when we go to the temple in episode 7 for the twist, like, oh, and the Andorian, like, it's right there in the beginning, right? But
yeah.
I was like, oh, no, we're going to get, like, some weird Vulcan cultural episode. And it's like, no, never mind. This
is
flips on
total
your head.
180. It's actually showing... That seems to be a slight illogicality of the Vulcans in the breaking of their treaty.
I like
and
that concept, you know?
And what's really good about this period in the timeline of Star Trek is they're like all these people are not allies, right?
Yeah, they're not.
The Andorians, the Vulcans, and the humans are the founding members of the Federation.
That's funny.
They're all like beating on each other and like literally killing each other. The Vulcans and the Andorians have been at war for a while. Like, there's all this stuff that's going on. They're not allies. They are far from it, right? You know, Vulcans and humans is a little bit, but there's a lot of tension. Like, the entire season 1 is like, oh my gosh, the tension between them.
Yeah, right? Vulcans kind of suck from this show's perspective.
They
you know
really
what I mean?
do. And it's actually meant to be that way. Not necessarily as that they actually do suck, but humans really don't like them. Yeah. Though I'm on the side of the humans.
I am too.
They suck.
They do suck.
But it's not necessarily presented as like objectives that they are, that Vulcans do actually suck.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Those are the 3 things I like. 2 of them are characters, and one of them is a thing that this show has done to me at least 3 times, which is take something I'm like, this is just going to be basic plot. I've seen this 100 times, and flip it on its head and give me something new and interesting. And some of those are, in my opinion, the best episodes of this first season, right? And I really am like trying to be positive about it. Like, I'm still getting into Star Trek, even though we've been watching Star Trek for like nearly 6 months now. And it's like hard, at least for me.
Yeah. And part of it, as you mentioned to me before, is like we had to watch 26 episodes in like 2 or 3 weeks for this one video that's going to be maybe 20 minutes long. Maybe 25 minutes. We'll see. It's like, it's a crunch. It's a drudge to get through. I even agree that it was a drudge to get through. I had seen it and I enjoyed it.
There's some current bias against the show, though. I think both of us have right now. And maybe some retrospect will give us...
By the way, we struggle to watch the 10 episodes of Strange New Worlds for a season to get it in one video, right?
Yeah.
And so 25, 26, whatever it was.
Dude, that was... my brain.
It was hard. Maybe we should have split it into 2. Probably for season 2 we will, but...
Yeah.
So there is that.
There is that. But I didn't have very much positive experience with this so far. I think it's crazy to say, but I think I've enjoyed... I know we have less of it, statistically. Starfleet Academy. I think I enjoyed what we have, the good parts of Starfleet Academy more than I enjoyed the good parts of the show. Not saying that Starfleet Academy is better, because its worses are much worse.
Right.
But this is just kind of like... I wanted to be whelmed by this show when I finished, like when we just finished watching the last episode not very long ago, but I wasn't. Like, it was like, this is so close to being middling.
I actually agree with you on the Starfleet Academy front, where it's like, the lows of this are not as low as the lows of Starfleet Academy.
That's true.
The highs are...
not as high either.
Not as high, though maybe, like the Starfleet Academy highs, you know, they might be... about even in my mind.
Yeah.
But there are like 2 highs in Starfleet Academy where one of the highs is literally the idea of episode 4.
Yeah.
Maybe not even necessarily in every single way the implementation, but the idea of episode 4 being a high that was good, and it does maybe rival some of the highs of this show as well. But the lows of this show are
not
26 episodes, like they're spread across 26 episodes.
Yeah, so
where the lows of Starfleet Academy are, we're at 4 episodes right now.
And we have a lot of them.
And there will be 6 more. And I, despite what I have said about episode 4, I do not think any of the subsequent episodes will be
good.
They'll probably be on par with episode 2, which was not very good. In fact, it was very bad.
Yeah, it was kind of terrible.
Overall, this is better than Starfleet Academy.
Yes.
But also, and like Starfleet Academy is a new series. It's like, even for me, like, it's new content that I haven't seen before versus this is content I've seen like 5 times before.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean,
stale.
this is still new to me, but it does taste like stale bread. You're right.
Yeah.
Like it was TNG. TNG's older than this.
I feel like
assuredly, but TNG feels more like exciting and new to me. Than this.
Hold on. I feel crazy.
Okay.
I feel like the literal quality of the visuals, both just
worse.
regular general, like just using a camera, as well as the what's the word? The
visual effects.
Yeah, VFX. I feel like are worse in this. Like I feel the camera quality even is worse. And I know, yes, okay, season 1 of TNG was 15 years or something prior to this.
Yeah.
And probably somehow on a lower budget.
Yeah.
So maybe excluding that.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of it, like maybe season 2 of TNG onwards, all of Voyager, all of Deep Space Nine, I feel like it was just better, like, visual quality than this.
This might not have been as successful as those, and this might not has had as big a budget. But it does. I understand what you're talking about. Because, like, even the first season of TNG, which I'm watching right now, and again, I've had more time to watch it, and it's been more spaced
and you're
out.
doing it at pace as well.
I'm doing it, and it's going to be 2 weeks until we do that video, so I still have time to finish the show.
I haven't even started.
Dude, you're in for a slog, I guess. But like it's, I feel like a giddy kid exploring a new world, right? Like and I like Picard.
Except for Q. You hate Q.
I hate Q. Like you're gonna have to bleep the F-bomb, but he sucks. Like anytime we've done anything with Q so far, in what I've seen of Star Trek, I don't like.
Again, it's season 1. It'll get better.
But like even that show's older, right? So it's not like oh this is old. It's just like this feels stale. Like TNG's like cool. Yeah. Even in this first season, which admittedly also is kind of boring when we're getting to the middle of it. You know what I mean?
But we didn't have episode 2 focusing on like
the weirdest
Deanna or something, right?
That would be so odd.
Right, or I guess it would be episode 3, but like when the first 2 episodes, even Farpoint is part 1 and 2 that's combined. So the episode 3 is literally a 1-for-1. It doesn't focus on Deanna, does it? I don't remember exactly Deanna. I don't remember exactly.
But it doesn't.
I'm sure it doesn't, right?
Yeah.
So
like, but
just poor priorities.
This show, like when we read Batman, Dying City, and Wonder Woman, Truth,
it feels like that.
It feels like that. It's like
I agree.
It's like I want.
I'm a proponent of people watching this show, by the way,
and I want to like this concept, but it just sucks.
Yeah,
and kills my hope and dreams for some of this story. You know.
I am a proponent of this show, though, which is weird. Like I still think everybody should go watch this.
So far,
it's probably a massive bias of season 3.
Yeah, I've not seen season 3. Yes.
Like seriously, guys, I still say go watch it.
Seriously, guys, you should like and subscribe.
Yeah, we're doing it at the end of the video this time, apparently.
And leave a comment with your thought on Enterprise. Overall, season 1, any favorite episodes you have that we might have.
And hey, if you want to tell us that we're the dumbest people ever and our opinions suck and whatever, that's perfectly fine by me. You want to know why? You gave us 400 views and 20 watch hours or something.
So
and a bunch of engagement. So
you can
not quite yet. Not quite yet, Judah. Unfortunately, we're not making money. But
I'm making money. Not from
I'm wondering where she's making the money from.
Ad revenue. I've sold us to Amazon.
So we are bought out. Okay.
Yeah, let's go. That's why.
Also, go follow us on Off the Record JK on Instagram.
Exactly.
Just want to throw that out there real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
By the way, this is the first time you're hearing this. I think we got 25 dislikes on that last video.
Dude, that's great. I love that. We never get dislikes.
Yeah, it was actually a massive moment when we got our first dislike. It was
so
a number
excited.
of videos in when we got our first dislike. I was like,
please, if you don't like our content, please dislike it.
Because engagement actually still helps us.
It does. I don't know who told you that disliking us makes us do worse, but it doesn't. Please do
Again,
it.
400 views. So
thank you guys. And I know that not all of you are subscribed, so if you stuck around for
because
this
we have about
entire video, you gotta scroll down and
okay, if you're here at this point, we're gonna end in about 5 seconds. So if you're here at this point, you obviously love us and think we're the greatest people ever. So you just gotta leave
Juan
a like.
Mario, shout out.
Massive shout out. You gotta leave a like, you gotta subscribe because you're all the way here at this point.
Yeah, I think you are already. But
anyway, we have 500 monthly viewers as well.
Well, that's only in January. That was keeps going
out. I'm sorry. It's the 2nd of the month, and this goes out tomorrow. Wow, I'm so sorry, Judah. Okay, we're not even talking about Star Trek at this point.
Okay, with that being said, I don't think we even got to Kirk's thoughts. They don't matter.
I mean, I was sprinkling them in there. You know my thoughts. It's Judah's basically right, but I still have a more positive opinion of the show. There are some highs.
Yeah.
The highs are whelming. The lows are horrible.
Yeah.
Season 3 is the best, and I really just want to save all my main ideas of the show until then, because that's when the show, I think, really becomes good. So,
yeah.
But with
This
all
is
that
not
being
good.
said, good morning, good evening, and good night.
God bless.
God bless. Bye.